Hello, all. My name is Peter Murphy Lewis. I'm the host of LTC Heroes, and today I am honored to be joined in a live stream at Georgia Healthcare Association by the past chair, a very important woman. I have many titles for you. Let's see. Let me if I get these things. I've got Debbie Meade is the CEO of Health Management, the past chair of ACA, the co-chair of Quality Cabinet at ACA. Of all of those titles, tell me what brings you to Georgia today, to Georgia Health.
Wow, I've been on the Georgia Healthcare Association board for now 22 straight years.
There are a lot of people who are passionate about the Georgia Healthcare Association. Very active. I've been asking people on LinkedIn about 3 months ago what convention I'd go to. The majority of the people said Georgia. What's so special about this place?
I think what's special about Georgia, especially our association, is almost, I think 95% of the facilities are part of this association. And then we've included assisted living. And we are growing that piece, of course. But it is the camaraderie and that we all pull together and we work towards one cause. And I think that's what makes it successful for our residents in which we serve, to be able to get to what we need for them to provide the quality that they deserve.
Debbie, in transition into kind of what you're focused on when you're not here at the convention, I want to know what your role is today at the CEO at Health Management. What's your biggest challenge in the next quarter?
Staffing. I think COVID is okay. I'm probably going to get in trouble, but I don't think it's a pandemic anymore. It is something that we're learning to live with. We have the tools and the resources we need, the testing, the equipment, which we didn't, which that was a huge challenge in 2020. But 2022 is just recovering and building our censuses back, getting the trust back with the American people to bring their loved ones to us, and then getting the staff to provide that care. I think there is generally just a staffing shortage in Georgia.
Yeah. In terms of understanding how you got into this profession, I like to phrase this question as, what was your long-term care initiation? Who threw you in the pool? What inspired you? Who was the person or the lucky moment that you got a job? Tell me about your first day.
Well, I had a different experience. My dad, my daughters in the company, we're 4 generations. So we've had, I don't remember not having a nursing facility in my lifetime. My dad built 35 facilities through the state of Georgia. And when I graduated from college, I was going to be a journalist. My aha moment is he said, "I've paid for your education. You're not going to come work for me."
Did you study psychology?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I was a psychology major. And I switched my major. I was in journalism school, but then I became a psychology major. And I love long-term care. I love elderly. And it was always a passion. So it was a no-brainer.
You had it in your DNA.
Yeah, I did. And my daughter's got it first.
And so she's following as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tell me something about you as a person that your closest friends might know. Hobby, something funny, something goofy, music that you love, something that you'd follow to a concert.
Listen, I know not everybody loves her, but I am a Cher fanatic. I've been to 6 of her farewell concerts, and I love to sing Cher. I'll top of my lungs and across the house and everything. I like to sing.
Maybe one of the ways that I asked this question about your passion for long-term care, because to be in here, you have to have a unique passion. I've been working in long-term care for almost a year and a half, and everybody I run into is very happy here, and there's something special. And the way that I phrase this question is, if a football player, an NFL football player, said, "You only pay me Monday through Saturday. On Sunday, I work for free." What's your Sunday in long-term care that you would do for free because it makes you wake up every day?
Oh, wow. Good question. Well, I do work on Sundays. In this world, it's 24/7, 365 days a year. So Sundays can be just catching up on some reading. There's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of changes. The COVID protocols change monthly. We just got the mandated vaccine regulation. That's got about 9 components to go with that. So It's constantly continuing to educate and learn and make sure that your buildings are getting it right and following the regulations correctly.
The way you answer that question makes me take me back to your title, quality cabinet for ACA. What are you doing in quality care? What are you guys focused on right now?
Well, we're really focused on CMS and the new regulation with the FA88 with the mandated vaccines. We're trying to sculpt that and make some changes and not make it so difficult for the facilities. The regulations are needed. I'm not saying that, but they don't have to be so stringent. There's not a lot of people that want to continue at the pace that it's happening right now. And I'm afraid we're going to lose more staff and good people. A lot of people my age and have been in it for 30 plus years. They're leaving the profession because it's getting so difficult. It's just kind of hard to meet all the expectations.
Okay. Burnout plus regulatory.
Yeah, and just post-traumatic stress syndrome from COVID. I mean, it's a lot.
I see it. I belong to a very active Facebook group called Long-Term Care Nursing, and people are just talking about, I've done this for 2 decades, I've done this for 3 decades, and I don't know if I can do it any longer.
Yeah, and I get it. And there's a lot more going on in the cabinet. There's a lot of things that we're working on, and it's a great group of people, and it's a lot of dedication to help the profession across the country.
Debbie, I talk to a lot of long-term leaders like yourself, and I've had to rephrase this question many, many times to be able to get an honest answer because you all are so humble. And I used to say something along the lines of, what have you been successful at, or what could you teach me that would help me learn about long-term care? And everyone answers with something humble. I think I found it, so I'm going to see if I can trick you. What's something you're really proud of that you've done in the last year that you would proudly tell your family, I did this, you tell your colleagues, and it's something that you're responsible for?
Wow. I'm very proud of the leadership during COVID. I was the chair of the American Healthcare Association during one of the worst moments in our profession, the absolute worst moment. And I was told, and this is what I'm very proud of, is I stayed so positive and kept people uplifted in a very dark period. And I always see the cup as half full. I mean, it's not half empty, it's half full. And then I say, well, if it's really bad, then you add vodka. So it just makes people laugh. I enjoy seeing joy in people, and I try to give joy to people. That is probably one of the things that I'm proud of.
Take me back to your mindset as much as you can remember. The first day when you realized that the pandemic was coming and you were in that position, and then when it went from realization to certain, and you're like, oh, this is serious, and every single one of your members in the country is going to depend upon you. How did you start to react? Did you go quiet and call your best friend who's not in long-term care? Did you call leaders and say, what's the information? Tell me what went through your mind.
I don't go quiet. That's one thing that everybody knows about me. I'm not a quiet person. We gathered, and the board for the American Healthcare Association is a tight-knit group. We're friends, and we have so much respect for each other, and we combine everything that we know, and we were just looking for answers on something that there wasn't necessarily an answer about. We couldn't get gowns, we couldn't get masks. We were my staff started sewing masks, but it's you can't get beat down. You just got to go find a solution. I mean, we were getting cow delivery gloves to use because they came up, and then we had raincoats because we couldn't get gowns. I mean, you just start, okay, I don't have this, so what else works? And that was that friendship, that camaraderie, and we were all sharing our information and to get through a really, really, really tough time. And we could talk to each other. We opened up. We met regularly, and it was the staff at the American Healthcare Association are just phenomenal. They aren't in our buildings, but they have the passion that we have, and they hear our stories, and they help find solutions. So that was it got me through it. Absolutely.
Did you learn anything about yourself looking back on it? Now we can laugh. Last night we danced and sang at the dueling pianos. We can be a little bit more optimistic with all of the trauma that we went through. Did you learn anything about yourself through that period?
I learned I can survive through a very, very tough period, and I didn't crumble. And just get up every day and you do the best you can that day. I think what you learn is all this little stuff that we used to sweat, the small stuff. It's just small stuff. What matters is who you serve and what can you do for them and how can you make it the best that day. And that's what we did.
I want to just make a brief pause to thank Experience Care for sponsoring this live, and thank Georgia Healthcare Association for inviting us to the winter convention. Thank you so much to have the opportunity to meet leaders like yourself, Debbie. I want to throw some rapid fire questions at you for the last couple minutes that we have here to get to know you, and let's see what I'm going to hit you with. First, this has been my favorite so far because I've got some good answers, but don't feel like you have to answer quickly because some of the good answers, the people have been taking 30 seconds, 45 seconds. So here we go. Debbie, if you could have a gigantic billboard anywhere with anything on it, metaphorically speaking, getting a message out to millions and billions of people, what would it say and why?
I think I would speak to our profession, and we are caring, great people, and we do great things. And that's just nursing home. They're just, I think we get the bad rap, and a lot of people think we're really bad people and bad things happen. And you know, certainly we're not perfect, but I guess I would really want it to say, I think a nursing home administrator, I think I'd have it say this: a nursing home administrator is a miracle worker, and they do it every day.
That's a good one. I like that. One of your colleagues said in the morning, "Thank you," and I think that rhymes. It resonates with what you just said as well. I really like that. Let's go with. Is there a teacher or mentor that you wish you could call up and thank?
It's been a lot. I don't have a single one.
Anybody come to mind first, even though they might not be the one and only? Family member?
Oh, it'd definitely be my dad, but he's not with me. He died of COVID.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh.
But it would be him. I can't talk about
No, me neither. I'll find something that we can laugh about. That's where we need that. What did you say? The glass is half full with some vodka. Let's see. What bad habit have you managed to break?
Wow. How about what bad habit did I extend upon? I don't lose my temper as much. I tend to be very passionate, and when passion people come, a little bit of a temper. And I've learned to control my temper and be more patient.
And we'll ask just a couple more because we got some background noise, but everything sounds good so far. Let's move to this one. This one's going to be an odd one for you, Debbie. Your house containing everything you own catch fire. After saving your loved ones and your pets, you have time to safely make a final dash to save just one more item. What would it be and why?
That's a great question. It's going to be petty, though. Grab my jewelry.
I would grab my son's stuffy.
Oh.
Because he would let me sleep at night.
Well, I don't have any kids. I mean, it's just me and my husband, so I would definitely get my dog, and then I think I would get my jewelry.
That's a good one. And this one will be the last one before I ask you where people can reach out to you online, which is if you could, and I'm going to modify it, if you could devote the rest of your life to philanthropy, you got to have to help me with that. Philanthropy. Thank you.
There you go.
What cause would you choose? But I'm going to take away anything in long-term care.
And this is probably what a lot of people, some people do. I'm a huge shark lover, and I plan to, in my retirement, do fundraisers for the preservations of sharks.
That is an amazing answer, Debbie. I will never forget that. Because a lot of people told me some brilliant things about you, that you're a singer and that you're joyous and you're an amazing leader and you led our country through this traumatic time. I'll never forget the shark. Debbie, thank you so much for joining us on LTC Heroes, and thank you for inviting LTC Heroes to the convention. I know that you're part of that leadership team. Look forward to seeing you around the meeting.
Yeah, thank you for coming to Georgia.
I hope to see you in the summer. I hear it's a nice place.
It is. It's beautiful.
Yep. Take care.